Hello everyone and welcome to this Ruijie webinar. And before I start, I would like to ask you if you can hear me well. Please answer me in the question and answers book, please. So you can hear me well? Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. So let's get started. So I will briefly explain today how the artificial intelligence works to position access point based on a heat map. First of all, I would like to ask you to download the Ruijie and Ruijie application and scan this QR code. You can obtain the application from the Play Store or the Google App Store, depending on the mobile device or tablet you have. By scanning this code, you will have access to a demo project where you can explore some advantage offered by the Ruijie platform. I will wait 1 or 2 minutes to download and scan this code, and I will start with the content of this webinar. Okay, let's begin. So, first and foremost, I want everyone to consider the definition of heat maps and their primary function in the field of networks. As we can see here, a heat map is a visual representation of the strength and coverage of a Wi-Fi signal in a specific area or location. It uses a color code to display a strong signal strength with warm colors, such as greens, and weak signal strength in a cool colors, such as yellows and reds. A heat map can assist us in planning an excellent wireless network that can provide the user with a great Wi-Fi connectivity experience. So, as the definition tells us, a heat map is nothing more than a mechanism for representing the wireless signals emitted by the access point. So it also using different colors. So here I will show you some examples. So as we can see in this slide, we are representing an optimal signal, which we observe in the green. This ensures signal coverage in all the points of the represented space. In this case, is the footprint of a house or an office. And now let's take a look at this representation of how a weak signal looks in a heat map in a larger environment. As we can see in the presentation, the entire environment is in reddish colors, which indicates that there is not a good coverage in the signal provided with the access point. So you can ask him to use how we can represent this this kind of slide. So I'm gonna show you how with the Ruijie platform allow us to create a graphical representation of the same heat map. So first of all, we have to open the Ruijie Cloud platform. I currently open it and log in, put in our email and our password and create an account if you didn't have one. So it's important to mention and emphasize this. You have to be sure that the region that you open your account. From here, I am currently in Latin America, so I have LA. So you have to be sure in which region you are open your Ruijie account. So I can enter my account. Sorry, I made a mistake here. And I put my password. Okay, when we click and login, we can see this. We can see here our currently project, our devices, our alarms, and a lot of stuff. And from here, we have to enter here in the top, Ruijie AI Heatmap. We have to click on this, and it will automatically redirect to us to a new tab. In this tab, there are two main sections, the boom section and the product section. In the product section, we can see a list of all the products that the brand has, as router, switches, wireless, etc. And we can also filter these devices by, for example, for the switches by POE, by cord, then aggregation switch, etc., etc., etc. So for a practical purpose of this webinar, let's represent a small network with one router, one switch, and 2 or 3 access points. So we have to choose our devices. So from here, for the switches, I pick, for example, this one, a small switch. If I click in the device, it opens a larger version of them with a lot of features, like if the device have cloud management, the category of the branch, the POE ports, if we can management by layer 2 or layer 3, etc., etc. And I have to click here in add to list, and we're back to the main page. We can see our product list here in the bottom of the page. So I have to pick now the router. I will pick an easy gateway, as an easy gateway. And this one, yes. This one is a small one, and I pick in add to list. And last but not least, a wireless. Now I can choose a wild, ceiling, outdoor, and a bridge wireless. And for now, I will choose selling IPs, maybe 2 of them. From here, the 2260, and I click add to list. If I want to pick more than one, I only have to click here in the plus size. So now we have our environment. We can see here the router, the switch, and the APs. We can click here in the plus if we can add more devices, or we can choose here in delete or remove something. So we have to click here in add placement map, and we have to put a name of our project. I will choose webinar, and we have to choose a scenario to orient the project and the scenarios, as we say. I will choose the universal scenario, and I will put a description for the boom material. So webinar 1, and I will click and OK. So as we can see here, we can drop our footprint here in the middle. We can see it here in this part of the screen, and here in the left we can see our product list that we can choose. If we want to add a new device, we can choose from here for the right side on the screen. Now we can see all the products here if we miss something. So let's upload a full plan here. I have 1 or 3 examples. I will choose this, and I will click in open. Now we have to put a name to the plan. So we can choose turn number 1 and click in OK. And now this is very important. We have to tell to the tool how big or which is the area of this floor. And we can choose 2 options. We can choose put the total area of the plan, or we can choose one specific area or one specific measure by area or by length. For this, I put by length, and I will choose one of the walls, for example, this one, and I will put that this have 4 meters, for example, and the height of the floor has 2 meters. Okay, we have the wall recognition activated, and we choose in OK. So the tool resize all the floor plan and automatically put our devices here in the middle. So here we can see the router, the PoE switch, and the two IPs. We can move these devices in all the floor plan, and now we can see the coverage of the access point. So we can choose one, and we can move the AP for all the area of our plan. We can do the study by ourselves, moving this. Oh, something I missed, and I want to be clear about this. We could change the wall type of the plan, and the wall type is very important to the strength of the signal. For example, if I click in this wall, I can see the wall type. If is a thin wall, if is a medium type wall, and if is a thick wall. For example, the medium type, the attenuation is a medium, for example, but the strong one, the attenuation is a lot of more. So it's very important to choose the correct materials of the house or of the floor plan that we have really do the studying. So we also have to try to draw a new wall if the system is in one wall or two, for example. And as I said before, we can do the study by ourselves, moving this, or we can choose the AI notification of the placement. So if we can click here, the system automatic do a scan or a recognition of all the plan and put the number of APs that he considered the best for this plan. For example, I choose 2 for this plan, and the system showed me that I need 4. As we can see, 4 APs placement points have been identified. Do you want to apply this placement? If I click in apply, now I can see 4 APs instead of 2. So the tool is in beta, which means it's in the testing phase. So the results are not 100% effective, but is a good tool to see how it works, the signal AP from this. We also can see the coverage, the signal coverage for the 5G band and the 2.4 band from here. So another quick and useful tool is the generation of the report. So we only have to click here in export if we are agree with our study, with the placement or our APs, etc. And the system automatically generate this kind of report, this kind of info. And what things they contain: the product list of our network, the router, the switch, and the APs with a small description, a topology of our network, the placement design, the footprint in the design, and the position of our APs, and a small brief of the heat map in 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. We can export this report by Excel, PDF, or Word. And we also have here highlights of our devices like cloud management, flexible authentication, multiple one, network security, etc., etc., etc. And we also have this kind of tool that is in edit our report. For example, if I can upload my company logo, I will click in here. I will click my company name. I will put here the technician name and the number of the technician, etc., etc., etc. So it's a very useful tool to export our reports in if we have to present any info. So we also can add a new footprint and new devices. We can do the AP placement again. Is a very quite useful tool that Ruijie and Ruijie and allow to us to see how the IPs will be performed in our environments. So it's quite simple, and that's it. It's very quick. It's very easy to use. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please put in the question box. I will let you hear the QR code to scan if you didn't do it before, and I will attend you all your question. So I will wait 2 or 3 minutes. So I think we didn't have questions. So this webinar will upload in our web page, and if you have any questions about the letter of the day, you can write to us, and it's all. I wish you a happy day, and we will see you soon. Bye bye.